Hello friends, this is Lala and hit the subscribe button even before watching the video. So you would be keep knowing about the psychology of Islam, Muhammad, Muslims, cults and Muhammad's control over Muslims. So the characteristic of a cult that it doesn't let you know that you are inside it. So Muslims don't know that they are inside a cult because Islam doesn't let them know. Okay, the second characteristic, right? The second characteristic is that the cult makes them do absurd things. I mean, under a cult, you start doing absurd things and you don't realize that you are doing absurd things. And the what is the absurd things under Islam? One of them is wearing a skull cap and having a beard without moustache. That is the absurd things Muslims are doing. And if you ask Muslims why they are doing so, they would answer that because Prophet Muhammad did so, we are following him. So, by having a beard without moustache and wearing a skull cap, Muslim men feel closer to Muhammad. So, I have explained in my video what is a cult, that the secret book, the book that called The Secret, many of you must have read that book, and I consider that book as a cultish book. So when you start following that book, The Secret, you start doing absurd things. For example, if you want a perfect woman in your life, you would start leaving space for that woman in your bed also. That person doesn't exist, but as the book The Secret tells you, that if you start imagining things, it would start happen. In the same way, network marketing controls also, they tell you to do absurd things, imagine things even beyond reality, and you imagine things thinking that those things will start happen in your real life also, but it doesn't make any sense. If I imagine that I am the richest person of the world, does it make sense? Will it uh, will it make me the richest person in the world? No, it makes no sense, right? But the cult makes you do so. They makes you do absurd things under their control. So, there are levels of control you can consider under a cult. Suppose, in the first level, by following the book The Secret, you start leaving a place for your imaginary woman in your bed. In your bed, you start half of the bed. You start keeping half of your bed for yourself, and you start keeping leaving the space for your imaginary partner, the half of the bed for that imaginary beautiful woman. That is the level 1, that you have started doing absurd things. The level 2 of that absurdity would be increased. In which way? That you start moving your hand, you start imagining that beautiful woman in your bed, and you start moving your hands around her hair. You would start imagining that that woman is lying just in front of you, and you start moving your hands on her hair and caressing her hair, but that woman doesn't even exist, but you are doing so because the cult makes you do so. It makes you do absurd things. Even more, you start holding her hand, you are imagining that person, and you start holding her hand, and just touching and imagining her beauty. So that's the level 2. The first absurdity was that you have started leaving the space in your bed for that perfect partner. which with which you don't know that would ever even come or not, but you start doing things. That was the level 1. And the level 2 was that you have imagining the person even more, and you start moving your hands also. That would be the level 2. So see the absurdity. Now come to Islam. You see Muslims wear skull caps. Why do they wear skull cap and having beard without moustache? I have explained it. That in this way they feel closer to Muhammad. So this is the level first of control of Muhammad over Muslims. This is how the cult, the Islamic cult, makes Muslim do absurd things. This man, Yusuf Estet, is having a beard which makes no sense at all. You would be thinking, what bullshit this is? Why they are doing so? Why they are doing absurd things? They are doing absurd things because in this way they get closer to Muhammad. Right? This is the level 1, that you are having a beard and wearing a skull cap. The level 2 of absurdity, the level 2 of the absurdity, I would show you that this is the level 2. This man is standing in the room and he is under a tube light or whatever. He is under a light. He is standing in the night, right? So he is still wearing a cape. So the first absurdity, that you wear a cape, you wear a skull cap, while it neither stops winter nor stops sunlight. So this is the level 1. The level 2 of absurdity is even more, that you start wearing skull cap even in the night. So that's the level 2. You can start understanding. So this is how cult controls you. It makes you do absurd things even more and more. And the more you start doing absurd things, the more you start following these cults and the book, The Secret, and the more you start following your network marketing teachings, you would start getting more and more under its control. And you don't realize that you are doing absurd things because cult never let you know that you are doing absurd things under its control. And this is how cults control you. So this is how Muhammad and Islam controls Muslims, and Muslims don't even think, they can't even analyze, they can't even use common sense that they are doing totally absurd things, stupid things under the control of Islam and Muhammad. So if you like this video, then hit the subscribe button again, yes again, and keep sharing my videos and stick to my channel, because I would be sharing more videos on psychology, Muhammad, Islam, cults, and Muhammad controls our Muslims. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye.